Thank you, everybody, for joining us, even from faraway places like New Mexico.
Right.
So,
Mhm.
and the focus is going to be a little different this year. And as we go along, you'll see it's not so much a focus on databases as a focus on our well-being and our health and how can we use libraries and our programming to help our community be healthier and be more whole. So on that note, we will go ahead and start. Um, are you ready, Joanne?
So we're going with our theme and we're running with it. So welcome to all of the food puns. Um, we are connecting wellness to our overall theme of the PB&J sandwich. So peanut butter jelly sandwich. So just bear with us.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
So we're here to
So,
have fun and laugh and be silly and learn new things. So
yeah.
that's what we're gonna do. I didn't even introduce myself yet. I'm Joanne. I'm the J to the PB&J, and I'm the Youth Services Specialist at the Wyoming State Library. We usually do spend our time talking about the nutritional value of Go Wild databases or how to layer your summer programming. But like Paige said, we're shifting, and we're going to talk about librarian burnout because if you don't have your solid crust of boundaries, then the whole sandwich just falls apart.
Yeah. So I'm Paige. I'm the e-resources and school library consultant here at the Wyoming State Library. And today we're going to talk about what happens when your plate is jam-packed and it can't hold just one more thing. So, Joanne, have you ever felt like you have to be the perfect sandwich for everyone? Like you have to be the organic, artisanal, hand-pressed butter every single day?
Absolutely, especially in our small Wyoming communities. We feel like we have to be everything for everyone. That's
Mhm.
vocational awe. The idea that
Mhm.
because librarians are sacred, we have to sacrifice our well-being to keep the lights on. So, the sacred sandwich myth is the belief that libraries are inherently good. So, we must sacrifice our own health to keep them running. Small town pressures in Wyoming, we aren't just librarians, we're the tech support, which obviously Paige and I have issues with because we've been having tech issues all day. We're also the social worker and the local historian and all the hats, everything all in one. The artisanal expectation is feeling the pressure to be the hand pressed organic nut butter for every single patron every single day.
Top shelf perfection. Yeah. But here's the truth. You're a professional, not a martyr. If you're spreading yourself too thin, then eventually there's nothing left but crumbs. And if you try to spread 1 tablespoon of peanut butter across an entire loaf of bread, then nobody gets a good snack.
I don't want that good snack.
It's all about the snacks.
So we've got a quick taste test for our listeners to see if their sandwich is starting to crumble.
So on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being good to go and 5 being uh-oh, um, let's take this little quiz. Is your bread stale? That's the Sunday scaries feeling. Like every Sunday you feel stiff, you feel uninspired, and you're dreading the Monday morning bite. So 1 to 5. And remember that number
Or write it down.
or write it down.
I mean, we have how many? A plethora of like notebooks everywhere all the time. So, second question, is the jelly too tart? Do you find yourself getting sour with patrons? Someone asks for a library card and you're internally screaming because it's just one more thing on your plate.
Been there.
So 1 to 5. One's the good, five's the oh no.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And then the last question about structural collapse. This is when you're doing so much. You're doing the e-resources part, you're doing the youth programming, you're doing janitorial duties and IT, and you can't even remember why you liked the flavor of librarianship in the first place. So if you have your number, tally those up. And the results, if you scored between 1 and 5 points, yes, you are good to go. You are doing a great job managing your schedule. If you got 6 to 10, uh-oh, you might be getting too much on your plate there. So you may want to step back and not accept anything else. But if you scored between 11 and 15 points, there it's time to take something off your plate because having a full plate does affect your health and your well-being, which in turn affects your output.
So, how do we keep the sandwich together? We need a
I'm
thick,
hungry.
sturdy crust of boundaries. Paige, can you be a patron or a director asking for just one little thing?
Sure. Hey, Joanne. I know you're busy with toddler story time, but can you also help me troubleshoot this 1998 microfilm machine while you're holding that puppet?
I'd love to help you with a microfilm. However, my hands, imagine a puppet, and my schedule are currently full with this program. Let's look at the calendar and find a time when I can give that machine my full attention without the puppets involved.
Aha. Perfect, Joanne. You didn't say no. You just defined the ingredients of your time. And that's important. You're protecting the middle of your sandwich, which is your well-being. The one more thing trap. In a library, there is always one more book to shelve, one more tech issue to fix, and one more patron at the door.
The structural integrity boundaries aren't no signs, they are the bread that keeps your skills and energy from spilling out.
And defining the ingredients is it's not about doing less, it's about being honest what you can do and do it well.
So the microfilm and puppet script that we just showed you guys, or performed, I guess, um, you first acknowledge the need. I'd love to help you with whatever task that is.
Then you state the current reality and you say, however, my hands and my schedule are currently full with this project over here or these projects.
Then you can offer a realistic timeline. Let's look at the calendar for a time when I can give that my full attention. So you're setting those boundaries as well.
And then some pro tips for boundaries is one is the swap method. So if a supervisor adds a new topping, ask which one should be removed. For instance, if I start a manga club, which program should I pause to make room for that?
Avoid the soggy middle. Don't apologize for having a full schedule. You are managing resources, and your time is the most valuable resource in the building.
And then protect the meal, the whole you. A lunch break taken at your desk isn't a break, it's just a messy desk. Too much jam and not enough bread, managing your schedule without getting jam packed. So, all right, let's talk about the soggy middle. Joanne, have you ever seen a sandwich where someone tried to put an entire jar of jam on one slice of bread?
It's a disaster. I have a 5-year-old. It's sticky, yes, and the bread just like dissolves. You
hmm
can't even pick it up anymore.
hmm Yes, then that's exactly what happens to our work week when we don't have boundaries. The jam is the work, such as the programs, the emails, the collection development, the patron emergencies. The bread is your time. You only have so much surface area in a 40-hour week.
And when we try to pile a mountain of jam onto a thin slice of time, the middle gets soggy. We start
Mhm.
losing our structural integrity. We forget tasks. We get snappy with colleagues, and we stop being effective.
So the key here is to stop apologizing for the size of your bread. You can only do what you can do. Your time is a finite resource, and we're not superhuman. You aren't being mean by saying your plate is full. You're being a good steward of the library's most valuable ingredient, which is you.
So when someone tries to add more jam or more work, you have to ask, do we have more bread or overtime, extra staff? Or do we need to scrape some of this other jam, aka work, off to make room?
Exactly. Protect your crusts, folks. If the bread stays sturdy, the whole library stays delicious. So, what have we learned today? Mostly that a good librarian is like a good sandwich, well structured, not spread too thin, and definitely not soggy.
Exactly. If you have one thing to take away, let it be this. The library mission succeeds because of your wellness and not your exhaustion. Now what? Reflect, refocus, and relax. Just start with something small. Take one little bite this week. You can do that by auditing your surface area, by looking at your calendar. Is there a jam-packed day where you need to scrape something off? Or you could practice a one crust boundary script. Next time someone asks for just one more thing, try the I'd love to help, but let's look at the calendar to see where this fits line. Third thing to try is to eat your sandwich. Take a full away from desk lunch break. And I am definitely guilty of this. I haven't done that this week. I just ate my
Yeah.
yogurt right before this.
It's hard sometimes, but if we put a focus on that, then at least 1 to 2 times a week we should be able to do that, and that makes a difference.
It's protecting your sanity and protecting your time.
And giving yourself a chance to take a breather.
We all need that.
And that protects ourselves long term also.
Following this food metaphor, the resources that are available in your pantry, we don't expect you to fix the whole kitchen in one day. Just pick one topping to change this week, just one small bite.
And remember, we're always here in the WSL pantry if you need a little extra support. Stay whole, Wyoming and New Mexico and anywhere else you may be in the good US of A. So, what I offer from the Wyoming State Library is a few things specifically for school librarians, as well as in general other members of the library ecosystem. But the biggest cause of burnout is reinventing the wheel. My position provides the pre-sliced information so librarians don't have to start from scratch. This includes our GoWild.net research databases, which we offer Britannica, Chilton, Gale, BookFlix, TumbleBooks, EBSCO, and so many more resources. But how it prevents burnout is because instead of spending 3 hours hunting for a reliable source for a student, you can point to a vetted database. It's the instant meal of the library world, reliable, fast, and high quality.
Cup of noodles.
Also, the kitchen gadget training and professional development. This looks like professional development work webinars and trainings that are offered through the WSL. How it prevents burnout. Decision fatigue is a major burnout symptom. When I teach a school librarian how to use a specific e-resource effectively, that reduces the stress of not knowing how to help. Mastery of tools builds personal accomplishment, and that's the opposite of burnout.
The gold star.
Hey. And then also the school library support. And this is some K-12 specifics. One of those things is our school library survey, and this provides data that helps school librarians tell the story of their K-12 library space. And that's just one example. Hit me up for more information about that. I also do consulting, and if you need information, I can find information for you. But if you have questions or need more information, I'm here to help you. Just give me a call or email.
So the J, that's me. Um, I have the pre-made recipe cards for summer reading themes and programs. Summer reading seems to be the most jam-packed time of the year. You're running around everywhere, and I help provide the recipes so librarians don't have to cook from scratch. With our CSLP, our Collaborative Summer Library Program, state membership, we provide manuals and Wyoming specific themes. So it helps to prevent burnout because instead of having to spend 40, 50, 60 hours planning a summer of activities, I provide a menu of vetted, ready to go programs. It's the difference between milling your own flour and having a fresh loaf delivered to your door.
I can smell it now.
Mm. Like warm bread with some butter. Oh, yum. Spice cabinet would equate to youth programming ideas. Youth services can be emotionally exhausting, dealing with teens, 8-year-olds. I provide the zing that makes the work feel like a treat again. So this includes storytime kits, craft templates, and teen engagement strategies. It prevents burnout by decision fatigue. It's a major burnout trigger. When I share a program in a box idea, I remove the mental weight of coming up with something new, allowing you, the librarian, to focus on the filling, which is the fun part, and the interaction with the kids. The comfort food is the community of practice. Youth librarians often feel like they're on an island made of glitter and glue sticks. Not
Love
glitter.
it.
Glitter is like banned from my house, side note, because it gets everywhere.
Oh, it's
We were
magic that
moving out
never
of our old
leaves.
house and, we're like moving the furniture and everything, and we found glitter like under a chair from years ago. So glitter, whew, stressful.
I
Um,
love it.
So, to help you not feel like you're on an island, that you're not alone, the youth services interest groups that are available are YSIG and their Facebook group. And YSIG is an interest group from the Wyoming Library Association. I also provide the Librarian Lowdown e-newsletter, and that's monthly. If you don't have that, just email me and I can add you to the list. We also have the WYYS, so it's Wyoming Youth Services Facebook and Pinterest pages. The Pinterest pages is an easy go-to to click on ready to go programs. A lot of it is based off of CSLP or on programs based on like the 4th of July or other holidays that could be coming up in the summer. And I always try and create these programs at least 2 months in advance. So that allows for you guys to like pick and choose and edit or whatever you need to do to get ready. So by connecting Wyoming youth librarians, I ensure no one's eating their lunch alone and we can share the load and the occasional tales from the trenches horror stories like glitter.
Mhm.
It helps build community care, which is a primary defense against burnout.
I love the idea of community care. It's just, it says it all. We need
Absolutely.
community and we care about our communities. So that's all for today's PB&J show. It's a short one this today, but it's a lead up into the awesomeness that we have coming in the next 11 months, as well as some short mini bites that you might see along the way. And we'll be back next time with more tips on keeping your library delicious.
Hmm. And just remember to take your lunch breaks, Wyoming, sit down, eat an actual sandwich, because now I'm hungry, and breathe.
Yeah, see you next time and stay tuned for information about next month's webinar.
Today is a good day for PB&J. Yeah!